Recently, I was editing a few pictures that I shot, and I ran into a problem where I needed to fix the wigs that my client was wearing. So I had to do something about it. And one tool that really helped me was Lovart.ai. Is this AI that I use to improve some of my pictures, and it really helps me a lot to just bring out some of my ideas to life. So I needed a way to fix the wig issues, straighten the wig out a bit, and just improve the hair. And one thing about this is that doing it manually is very engaging, and it would have taken me a lot of time to be able to do it. So I use this Lovart AI to basically just do it for me. And then what I did was, after it had done it, took it into Photoshop, and then I was able to just max out the part that I needed, which is the hair. And it came out really beautiful, and this is the image right here. So in this video, I'm just going to be exploring how we can actually use this AI to improve our images as designers. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first of all, we have this picture right here of Rihanna. I just got it from Pinterest. I think it's an AI generated image, but then I just wanted to experiment with this and see how everything is going to look. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I save it in this size. So if it's on a design, I'm going to save it in this size. So I'm just going to press Ctrl+S here, and then I'm going to save it as a copy and also as a JPEG right here. So I'm just going to save our image right here. It says I've saved it already, so click on yes and then yes. And so the next thing I'm going to do is take it into Lovart and just see how we can bring it into life. So right now, when I'm looking at this image, I actually just wanted to, kind of wear a wig. It's like we are trying to create a wig brand or something like that. So let's say we have this picture. Your model is not wearing your wig, but then you want to put your wig on the model. So I'm going to go into Lovart and just see how we are going to bring this to life. So first of all, in Lovart here, I'm actually using the free version, and I think each day they give you 100 free credits. Right now I'm down to 30, so I really hope we get the best in the first few prompts. So I'm just going to create a new project right here, and I'm going to open my my charts right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find my image. The image is right here, and I'm just going to drag it into the chart. Simple as that. So after doing this, I'll just type keep everything the same and do not change anything. Make her wear a black wig. I really don't know what type of wigs that ladies wear, but I'm just going to type in a black wig. The AI is going to figure everything out. A black wig, and let it fit her really well. I'm just typing from my mind here, so let's see what it does, and we are just going to hope that it gives us the best. So I'm just going to press here enter, and then we're actually going to wait for the prompt. So right now the AI is analyzing the image that I've given it, and it's trying to generate something that we can use. So let's just see what it comes up with. And this is really great. It's really very simple, and I actually like using Lovart to do all these things. So if you're also a designer, you can check it out. And all right, okay, so I don't think this gave us the right idea. Now what we can do is we can go on Pinterest right here. So I'm actually going to switch to this, and now I can go on Pinterest, and maybe I'll just take this picture right here. So I'll take this picture. I'm actually going to copy this picture right here, and then I'll take it back to Lovart. So I'm going to paste this image right here, and then I'll now tell it that, okay, this is the kind of wig that I want you to put on my subject. So all right, so let's feed it this second time, and let's see what it brings out. Let's just see what it does. So right now it's trying to create something like that, and now I think we have a pretty good image to work with. So I think this is exactly what I was looking out for. So now what I'm going to do is you can actually just upscale it and do everything you want if you have more credits. Right now I don't really have credits left because I've not gotten the premium. For demonstration purposes, I'm just using this free version right now. So I'm actually just going to download this image right here. You can improve on it and try to do your own edits, and just do it nicely, but then I'm cool with this. I think this is what I was looking for, so I'm going to take it back into Photoshop. So after download this, I'm going to go back to Photoshop, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that image and then I'll just drag and drop it in here. So after dragging and dropping it in here, you can see this is the before that we had and this is the after. Now what I need is just the hair only, so I'm actually just going to max out the hair. And one way you can do that is just adding a layer mask and then press Ctrl+I to invert the whole thing. And then with my brush tool, I'm actually going to go in and just paint back the hair. So I'm actually going to make sure my blacks is on white right here, and then I'm just going to, just paint the hair like this. The reason why I didn't leave it as it is when I brought it into Photoshop is because the AI might actually change some things in the picture, even though you told it not to change it. So I'm just really maxing out the parts that I need. So I'm just going to max, maybe keep it here, then so I'm making sure that I don't really get into the skin. I'm only making sure I max out the hair only, and maybe some of the dress, because it's not really something that it can change much. So I'm just maxing out the hair right here, making sure that everything is actually good. All right, and this is good right here. I think that was like 2 prompts. We are able to create something like this. You can do that with a bunch of pictures, and then you can put in flowers on it if you want flowers. We can do that actually. So I'm just going to go back into Lovart, and then I'll say maybe put a few flowers, put a few flower leaves, and blend it nicely into the hair. And let's see what it's going to give us. You never know what it's going to give us. Let's see what it's going to give us now. This is really nice. And so this is how you can just use the AI to actually improve on your design. So I'm actually going to download this again. I'm going to bring it back into Photoshop. I'm actually going to delete this one that we've just created, and I'll bring it back into Photoshop just like this. Make sure it's lined up with this, and then I'm going to add my layer mask, and then I'll invert the layer mask. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my brush tool, and then I'm just going to paint back the hair. This is really nice and looking very good. So we're actually going to have something like this, and just like that we have been able to use AI to actually do this. Very simple. If you had to do this manually, you might spend a whole hour or like 2 hours on it, but with AI we are able to just create this very easily in Photoshop. All right, so this is our before and this is our after, and now after this we can now take this picture and use it in our designs. So I'm actually going to press Ctrl+E to blend everything together, and I'm just going to press Ctrl+T, expand it a bit, maybe bring it down here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my subject. I'm going to extract my subject from the background. So let's see, we just do something like this. So I'm actually selecting my subject to extract her from the background. And now that is done, it's not really perfect, but we can actually just improve on it. So I'm just going to use I don't really need a perfect cutout. I just need something for the background. So maybe let's include a few of these flowers. So we are going to have something like this. Maybe let's exclude the selections on this. All right, and now I'm going to press Ctrl+J to just duplicate this right here. So we have the cutouts here, just like what I've done here. And now I'm going to come in between these layers. I'll add a new layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sample the hair color, maybe this green, and then I'll paint down here. Okay, maybe actually I'll paint it up here rather. Then I'll add another layer, maybe let's say black, and then let's just paint down here just like that. Okay, maybe this green is a bit much, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from normal to screen, just like this. Maybe expand it down a bit. I'm actually going to put it above this black one that we have right here. You can see that my selection is not really good, but there is a lot you can do with it. I can actually go in and use my pencil to remove these parts, but that is not what I'm looking for right now. I'm just going to show you how you can actually use this to create designs. So I'm just going to add a bunch of text here, and let's see how it's going to look. So let's just say quality wigs. I really have no idea what wigs are. I don't really know anything about wigs, but this is just practice. So I'm just going to add, maybe make it white like this. In design there is something that we call grids, so I'm actually just going to add my grids here. Make sure I make them squares. So I'm just going to adjust these numbers till I get a bunch of squares. Okay, this is okay. Then I'll get back to view, and then I'm just going to lock my guys right here. All right, maybe I put this wigs behind her. So that is why I actually separated our subject from the background, so that we can just put the wig behind her like this, and then we expand this right here. Maybe I'll put this text right here. Maybe we can change the text to like a serif font instead of this sans serif font. So let's just find a nice serif font and then just put it on there, just to sell the luxury vibe, and just communicate luxury. That's what we want to communicate here. And I'm not saying serif fonts, sans serif fonts cannot communicate luxury, but this is just something that I prefer to do. And let's just see how it's going to come out. Right, so this is actually good. So we are creating like a magazine style thing. I think this black is too much though, so I'm just going to maybe reduce that a bit, and then I'm going to actually duplicate this wigs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color on that. So maybe I'll change this to like something like this. Then I'm going to bring it on top of this, and maybe let's play with the blending modes and see what we are going to get. So if you play with the blending modes, I like to go with some subtract or divide. Okay, maybe this might be okay. And now maybe I'll bring this back to normal, and just something like this. Or even if you want, you can actually make this black, and then maybe put this so what I'm going to do is going to flip the whole thing. So I'm going to flip the green actually, because I really just wanted to highlight the greens in the hair and just make everything coherent. I'm actually going to delete this. I don't think it's going to do anything right now, and I'll adjust the colors on this color. Maybe I'll adjust the colors to something, maybe not just plain white, maybe something. Let's just add a color to it, and let's add few text right here. So let's say quality is here. If this was a real brand, I'll actually sit down and then do a lot of research and all that, but then I'm just showing you guys how you can utilize AI in your designs, and this is very simple and a very useful tool that I think would really improve how you work as a designer. So I'll just bring back my guides, maybe change this to then I'll put this right here. Quality is here, and let's highlight this quality. So in highlighting this quality, I'm going to select maybe this color. I'm going to select maybe a color in here, and then I'm just going to take it up here just like this. So yeah, with just a few things that we've been able to do, starting with the picture, using AI to improve on the picture. We found that she didn't really have a wig on. We added a wig, we added some creative twist to it, and this is just how you bring things to life using AI. And it's really great. It's really great to use, especially using Lovart. And now I'm going to actually spend some more time on this to improve on the designs. So I'll see you guys in a minute. So this is what I'm able to create, just starting with one image and using a Lovart. You can see it wasn't any difficult prompt. It was just a very simple prompt, just giving it some simple language and understandable language, and it was able to give us a base image to start with. And then during that process, I added this flower leaves in her hair, and I think that actually came out good. And this is how you improve and save time as a designer. I hope this video helped, and I hope you guys learned something in this video. If you actually learned something and gained some value in this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And as always, let's keep creating. And I'll see you in the next video.